And just beginning, sitting nice and tall, grounding the sit bones down into the mat, relaxing the shoulders. Just gently close the eyes. Just allow your focus to drift down towards your breath. Not altering it in any way, just becoming an observer. Just watching the inhale coming in through the nose, watching the exhale again. Feeling the cool inhale, and feeling the warm exhale. And then just beginning to breathe a little deeper, consciously pulling the air all the way down into the belly, expanding the ribs, filling right away to the top of the lungs, possibly tensing the shoulders a bit. And exhale, just feeling the release all the way down as the shoulders relax again, as the ribs pull in, tightening, the belly pulls back. Inhale, down into the belly, separating, opening the chest, lifting the shoulders slightly. Exhale, releasing all the way down. One more time, all the way down into the belly, through the chest, into the shoulders. Exhale, releasing, relaxing. And allowing the eyes to open, if they haven't done already. We're going to bring ourselves around into Dandasana, so a staff posture. So essentially in this position, we're just trying to have the whole body as perfect a right angle as possible. So the legs are engaged, we're pulling our toes back towards us. Again, grounding down the sit bones, nice tall spine, lifting the chest. If you find it difficult to be able to sit up straight like this, then you can always take a blanket or a cushion, or in this case, a spare yoga mat. Just stick that underneath the sit bones, just to lift the hips up a little bit. Do that as much as you need, put another fold in if you need to, just to the point where you can comfortably sit upright. So, however we are, we're now going to begin working with the breath. As we inhale, I'm going to bend the right knee, bring the foot up towards us, interlocking the fingers, taking hold of the bottom of that foot, all the while keeping that left leg engaged along the floor. With an inhale, pulling the foot towards us, exhale, using the whole breath, straighten our leg. Don't worry if it doesn't go all the way straight. Inhale, exhale. We're never trying to force it, just going to where you are at the moment. Inhaling, all the way up, nice tall straight spine. Exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Once more, bending the knee, exhaling, straightening out again. Then this time we'll bend the knee, we'll bring the foot up towards the inside elbow crease, the left arm, taking the other hand around until we're cradling our shin. With an inhale, I'm just going to twist, moving it over to the right. As we exhale, twisting the other way. Beginning to get a bit of a stretch in the outer right hip. Inhale, exhale, just waking up the hip socket. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhale, releasing the leg long, next to the left, and then bending the left knee. Same thing again, taking hold of the bottom of the foot, and with the inhale, pulling that knee towards us. With the exhale, straightening the leg as much as we can at the moment. Inhale, exhale, sitting up nice and straight. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling again. Don't worry if it doesn't go straight. You might find it very different on either side as well. It's perfectly normal. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. And again, bending the knee. Bring the foot towards the elbow crease. Bring the other hand around, cradling the chin. As we inhale, turning to the left. Exhale, turning ourselves around to the right. Inhaling. Exhaling. Beginning to feel the other side of the hips waking up. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more inhale. Exhaling. And releasing that left foot. Bending both the knees. And we'll bring ourselves into butterfly legs. Just bring the legs out to the side. Bring the heels as high up in towards the groin area as we can. Using the thumbs and the soles of the feet. Fingers on the tops. Just turning the feet up. Just having a look at what we've been walking in. Sitting up nice and tall. And seeing how we're feeling here. So you might well find that the knees are all the way up here somewhere. That's fine. That's where you are at the moment. Just go with that. But if you are finding that the hips open quite naturally, quite easily, then the next stage is to lift the gaze, lifting the chest. We always lead forward with the chest. When we fold, to keep a straight lower back. Begin to bend the elbows, hinging forwards. Just coming as far as we can. Let gravity do the work. Inhaling into both lungs equally, all the way down into the diaphragm. Exhale. Just let gravity pull you forward. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bringing ourselves back up. Taking hold of the knees. The knees will get stuck out there if you don't help them back. Just placing the feet hip distance apart. And just gently, one way and the other. Window wiper. And then crossing the legs once again. So again, feeling the ground underneath the sit bones. Feeling that connection with the earth underneath us, supporting us. And as we inhale, bring our biceps next to the ears, reaching as tall as we can. As we exhale, the right hand is coming over towards the left knee or thigh, left hand behind the back. As we twist deeply, looking over that left shoulder. As we inhale, in any twist, we try and sit as tall as we can. Trying to make as much of the waist available for turning as we can. Inhale, lengthening upwards. Exhale to twist. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Looking over that left shoulder. Now inhaling back to the middle. And exhaling the other way. Left hand to the top of the thigh. Twisting to look over the right shoulder. Just as much as we can. Again, we're never forcing it. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, releasing at the waist. Allowing yourself to twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale around. One more deep inhale, sitting as tall as we can, nice tall waist. Exhale. And coming back to the middle, bringing the arms up. And this time, I'm going to bring the right hand about a foot to the right of the hip. As we reach, keeping that bicep close by the ear, just coming down as far as we can. If we find that the arm's beginning to bend, then stop there, go back, straighten it out. Just coming down as far as we can, comfortably, making sure we're keeping the left sit bone grounded. And just reaching into the fingertips, just feel that left side, the whole left side of the torso extend. Breathing specifically, aiming the air down into the left lung, feeling the ribs expand, separating from each other. And on the next inhale, coming back up to the middle again, bringing the right arm up to meet the left. Exhale, same thing, other side. So just coming as far over as we can, making sure we're keeping that right arm as straight as possible. I've definitely got the sun in my eyes now. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, just feeling those right ribs as well. Just beginning to pull apart from each other as you inhale into that lung. Exhale, making sure we're keeping the right sit bone as flat against the floor as you can. It's quite easy to know when you're in the right place in these postures. It's a very obvious sensation. Inhaling back up to the middle. And we're just going to bring the arms forwards. Just bring the hands to the shoulders. As we inhale, just bring the elbows together. And beginning to make big circles with the elbows. Inhaling. Exhaling, opening the chest. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, just stopping the elbows in the middle. And as we exhale, changing your direction, just bring them down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Once more, bringing the elbows up. Exhale to the middle. And just releasing the arms. Nice little click in the wrist there. And coming up onto all fours, into a tabletop position. Whenever we're in this position, I'd like to always remind people to have your fingers spread as wide as possible at any time whenever you're touching the mat. Not only does that help with the grip, you get this sort of concave action going on in the palm, so your hands become like suction cups. It also pushes the knuckles down, pushes these stronger bits of the hands into the ground and taking the pressure away from your wrists. So whenever you're touching the ground for a long period or you're doing some kind of arm balance, it's always good to take the pressure away from the wrist as much as you can. So just some gentle cat-cows at first. As we inhale, it's beginning to lift our gaze. So when we lift the gaze, we're lifting with the eyes. The head will naturally follow to where it wants to go. We're not jerking the neck back. That's how we get injuries. We're just allowing the belly to come down, allowing the tailbone to lift. Exhale, tucking the chin, just rounding the back, tucking the tail last. Inhale, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, tucking the chin, round the shoulders, catch a wave through the spine, pushing it high, tucking the tail. Inhale, lifting, dropping the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, tuck the tail last. Then just coming back to a flat back position where we're bringing our right hand forward. We're keeping our gaze towards that right thumb as we kick the left heel back. We're pulling the toes towards us and holding here, gazing at that thumb. Engaging with your breath, keeping it nice and calm, nice and round. Also trying to make sure that we're not lifting that left hip too high. It's all too tempting to try and pull ourselves further up than we need to be in this kind of position. What we really want is the hips to be even. Deep inhale, and on the exhale, going to bring the knee to the elbow, rounding the back, underneath and holding here. Holding the knee off the floor, engaging the core. And exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down, and just give the wrists a moment, give them a break on the mat. Before then lifting the left hand, gazing towards the thumb, kicking that right heel back, pulling the toes towards us. Gazing at the left thumb. Always remembering that back leg is active. We're really trying to pull the toes towards us. When we do that, we're stretching down the back of the leg. We're just limp, letting the toes push away or letting them hang and not using the whole leg. So really pushing the heel, really pulling the toes, really reaching into the fingers. Again, keeping the hips even, keeping the breath calm. Deep inhale and exhale, bringing the elbow and the knee together, holding here, rounding the back. And releasing the knee, releasing the hand. And then we're going to make sure that our hips are sitting above the knee. And looking forward, we're going to begin to walk the hands forward, aiming to bring the chin, possibly the chest, down towards the mat, into a puppy stretch. If you find you can't come all the way down here, if you have some cushions available, you can always put them underneath. Just bring the chin down to rest on the cushion. Also being mindful of the lower back here. We don't want to be cracking too much in the lower back there. And if you feel you can go a little bit further with the chest opening, you can lift the fingertips, lifting up onto fingertips, just making a little tense with the hands. And then releasing the palms down, walking the hands back in. And then just bring the sit bones all the way back to the heels, sliding the hands back, palms to the ceiling, bring the forehead down, coming down into Balasana, child's pose. Just let the back relax, let the breath return to a normal pace. And as we inhale, we're going to come up onto our knees and we're bringing the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to step the right foot forward and we're bringing the hands down, opening the elbows, opening the chest, making a big W shape. Inhale, bringing the arms up as we straighten the front leg. As we exhale, bringing the hands either side of the leg, folding over the leg into a runner's stretch. As we inhale, bringing the arms up again, Exhale, bending that front knee, bringing the elbows down, opening the chest. Inhale to bring the hands forward, either side of that front foot, and tuck the toes. Exhale, going to lift our sit bones, bring that foot back to a downward facing dog. With an inhale, bringing the knees down to the mat. Exhale, release the toes, sliding the hands back to our child's pose. Inhale again, rising up onto the knees, bringing the arms up. Exhale, as we bring the left foot forward, bend deep into the knee, bringing the elbows down. Inhale, rising up with the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, folding forward over that front leg. Inhaling, bringing the arms up. Exhale, bending the knee, going forward. Inhaling, releasing the hands, tucking the back toes. Left foot coming back, pushing up again into our downward facing dog. Inhale, releasing the knees. Once again, untucking the toes. Exhale, releasing down into our child's pose. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, right foot forward, bringing the elbows down. Inhale, bringing the arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale, again, leaning over that front leg. Inhale, bringing the arms up. This time, as we exhale, we'll bring the hands to heart center in the prayer, and the upper arm over either the knee or the thigh. We're twisting to look as deep as we can over the right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to the middle, releasing the hands. Exhale as we tuck the toes, lifting the sit bones high. Inhale, dropping the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rising up again. Exhale, left foot coming forward as we sink down. Inhaling up, straightening left leg. Exhale, folding over. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands to sternum, twisting over the left this time. Looking over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhaling. Coming back to the middle. Releasing the hands down. Tucking the back toes. As the left comes back. Pushing away up. Once more, inhale to release the knees. Release the toes. Release the sit bones back to the heels. Take a couple of breaths here. And then once more, inhale, rising up, bringing the elbows by the ears, and as we exhale, stepping forward, bringing the elbows down. This time, we're going to bring the right forearm onto the right thigh as we pivot on the back foot, turning it to a 90-degree angle. We're rising up, lifting that back leg. We'll bring the left hand as far forward as we can, looking under the left armpit, reaching into the fingertips. Then with an inhale, bring that left hand back, bring the torso up straight, bringing the right arm parallel to the left as we gaze towards our left middle finger into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Deep inhale as we bring the left hand onto that back leg, turning the right hand up, just beginning to lean, just arching back, reaching as far back as we can with the right hand. And on the exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Bring the left hand down. Send that foot back. Downward facing. Releasing the knees. Untucking the toes. Allowing the sit bones back to the heels. Child's pose. Inhale. Rising up with the arms. Exhale. So the left foot comes forward. The elbows come down. Inhale, left forearm onto the thigh. Pivoting again on that back foot. Straightening the leg 90 degrees with the back foot. Bringing the right arm as far forward as we can. Lifting the gaze underneath the armpit. Inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, grounding with the feet. Inhale, bring the right arm back. Bring the left parallel. Sinking down into the front knee. Making sure both sides of the torso are as equal as they can be. Breathe into both sides. Gazing towards the left middle finger. Bring the right hand onto the back leg. As we inhale, bring the left hand as far back as we can, arching back. And releasing the left hand down, releasing the right. And we're going to bring the left foot back, pushing up again into our downward facing dog. And releasing the knees. Swinging the feet to the side. Coming back to Dandasana as we were at the start. Now if you found that you were up on a cushion before, lifting the hips up, you might actually find after warming up a bit that it's a bit easier for you to sit like this. If that's the case, great. If not, you can get your blanket again, whatever you need to do. But wherever we are, sitting nice and tall, so engaging the core to lift the chest, relaxing the shoulders as we bring the biceps by the ears, lifting our gaze, keeping our gaze forward between the hands. As we exhale, we bring the belly towards the thighs, hinging at the hips, coming down into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to, especially if you're finding that it's a bit jarring in the lower back for you. That's a sign that you should be bending the knees. We're always aiming not to get ourselves far down. We're aiming to go forwards. We're trying to lengthen the torso in every fold. So as we inhale, lifting the sternum, that lengthens the lower back, lengthens the sides. Exhale, you can begin to bend your elbows with whatever you have hold of. Take hold of the legs, it's fine. Don't have to have the feet. Lengthening forward. Inhaling. Exhaling forward. One more deep inhale. Exhale forward. And rising back up, we're going to bend the knees. Just bringing the back gently down onto the mat. Using the hands here just to check the feet are in the right place for a bridge. So we're lining up the outsides of the feet with the outsides of the hip. Walking the feet forward till you can only just touch the backs of the heels with the middle finger. And then we're just lifting a little bit at first, the pelvis off the ground, just enough that we can shuffle onto the shoulder blades, pulling the shoulder blades close together, taking the hands together into a clasp on the floor with an inhale, lifting the chest, just like your lungs with helium balloons, just sending them up towards the ceiling. With the exhale, pushing into the floor, pushing into the feet, lifting up as high as we can. Inhale, lifting, exhale, pushing high with the feet. Inhale, exhale to hold. Deep inhale, exhale. One more big breath, and as we exhale, just releasing the arms sideways, and take your time, take as much time as you need in order to feel each vertebrae coming down into the mat. You can begin to pull, hollow your belly back. That will push your spine down into the floor, making sure that each part gets a nice massage on its way down. Then we're going to pull the knees up into the chest. Just take a moment, just rock side to side. Make some circles with the knees or a figure of 8 pattern. Whatever feels good at the moment. Just release the lower back, give it a bit of attention. And then we're going to take our left leg, sending it long down the mat. We're going to place the right foot on the left thigh. Bring that right arm out to the side, taking our gaze over to the right thumb to keep that shoulder grounded. And the left hand is just going to guide the left knee as far over towards the ground as we can for a full body twist against the floor. Don't worry if the knee doesn't come all the way over, or if the shoulder begins to lift a bit. This posture is it's quite a lot about just finding a compromise in the middle between those two parts. And then coming back to the middle, again just take a moment to pull the knees in, rock side to side. And then release the right leg long, place the left foot onto the thigh, left arm to the side, take the vision over to that left thumb and use the right hand to guide the knee as far over as it needs to go. Again, don't worry if the shoulder lifts up a little bit. Don't worry if the knee doesn't come all the way down. A few more breaths. And then coming back to the middle. And just pulling the knees in one last time. Rocking side to side. And then just releasing the legs, releasing down to the corners of the mat. Take your arms away from the body. Just turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Gently close the eyes. And allow yourself to relax fully into Savasana, just the final posture. Where you can just appreciate what you've just done for yourself. Pause the video. Just take 5-10 minutes to relax, to release. And that's the first video done. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for practicing with me. Of course, remember to thank yourself for giving you this time. And hit the subscribe button to see any news and any further videos coming up in the near future. Namaste.